Hey guys, K85 here, and today we are going to be talking about strokes. So, strokes are arteries which get clogged or get ripped open, but they do with the brain, and they hinder the ability for the brain to get oxygen. Now, there are two types of strokes. So, the first type is ischemic, and the second type is hemorrhagic. So, the first type of stroke we're going to be talking about today is an ischemic stroke. The second type is hemorrhagic. Now, for some stats for you. Ischemic strokes are more common and less deadly than hemorrhagic strokes, but both strokes are deadly and can lead to permanent brain damage if they aren't handled well and fast. Okay, so an ischemic stroke is when a blood clot blocks an artery that supplies blood to the brain. So, if anything clogs an artery in the brain, all the brain cells downstream from that clot will not get oxygen, and that leads to neuron death, or brain cell death. So, to solve this, there is a medicine that we administer. It's an intravenous medicine. It's tissue Plasminogen Activator. It breaks up the blood clot so blood movement can resume. If TPA cannot be used for any reason, then doctors use a luminous dye in the blood, and they take a strong x-ray of the head and they locate where the blood clot is. They take a catheter into an artery in the leg. They wind it up all the arteries into the artery with the blockage, and then they wrap the blood clot and then they take it out. So now I've brought the blood vessel diagram up to show you how a hemorrhagic stroke would look like. So let us get into it. So this happens in the brain, and it's when the artery rips open and blood flows into the brain, and it creates a lot of pressure in the brain, and that will lead to severe consequences. So the way it happens is I can use a scalpel and I will demonstrate how the cut looks like. Notice it will be like a rip. This one's going to be perfectly rectangular, but it will look like a rip. So we had to cut through each layer. It will rip through each layer of the artery. And then, just like that, there's a hole, and the blood flows into the tissues of the brain, and that has its consequences because, one, it creates a lot of pressure in the brain, which is bad, and two, less blood will go to the brain. A hemorrhagic stroke cannot be cured, but drugs may be taken for reducing the blood pressure because the pressure in the brain caused by the blood accumulating in the brain can be a lot. So drugs like nacarpine can be taken to reduce the pain and allow the artery to close itself naturally. But if the hemorrhagic stroke is so severe, and mind me, but this only happens in the rarest of cases, surgery may be required. This picture I got from Wikipedia. The other pictures I got from TED because they did really nice animations. And thank you for joining me on this video about strokes, and I'll see you later. K85 is out. Bye-bye.